Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy back with another video. Today we're diving into the magical world of Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. I've been playing this new multiplayer game since it's dropped, and boy, do I have some thoughts. So grab your broomsticks and let's fly right into it. Alright, so for those of you who've been living under a rock, or maybe just stuck in the Muggle world, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions is a 3 vs 3 multiplayer game that dropped on September 3rd, 2024. It's available on pretty much everything, all consoles and PC, and for you Switch lovers out there, don't worry, it's coming later this year. Now, you might be thinking, 3 vs 3, isn't Quidditch supposed to be 7 vs 7? Well, yeah, in the books it is, but trust me, this smaller format actually works pretty well for fast-paced online matches. It's like Quidditch got a modern esports makeover. So, how does it play? Well, it's different, in a good way mostly. You've got your 4 roles, chasers. These are your main scorers. Think of them as the strikers in soccer, but flying. Beaters, the defenders with an attitude. They're smacking bludgers around like magical dodgeballs. Keeper, pretty self-explanatory. They guard the hoops. Seeker, the glory hog chasing the snitch. Now, here's the cool part. You're not stuck with one role for the whole match. You can actually swap roles on the fly, which keeps things fresh and unpredictable. One minute you're scoring goals, the next you're whacking bludgers at your opponents. It's chaos, but the fun kind. I've tried all the roles, and let me tell you, being a beater is where it's at. There's just something so satisfying about smacking those bludgers around and watching your opponent scatter. It's like playing a game of magical pinball, and you're the flipper. Plus, you get to feel like a hero when you save your team from a seeker that almost catched a snitch. It's fun, I'm telling you. Now, here's where things get interesting. They've changed up the scoring system, matches end at 100 points, and get this, the snitch is only worth 30 points now. I know, hardcore Potter fans might be clutching their wands in horror, but hear me out. This change actually makes the game way more balanced. You can't just rely on your seeker to swoop in and save the day anymore. It's all about teamwork now, baby. Let's talk character customization. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, it's pretty basic stuff. You've got your standard options, a handful of hairstyles, a few facial features, maybe a couple of robe colors, nothing too fancy. I was in and out of the character creator in like, what, 5 minutes? If you're hoping to spend hours crafting your perfect magical avatar, you might be a bit disappointed. You do get to pick your broom, which is cool. Different brooms handle differently, so your choice actually affects how you play. It's a nice touch that adds a bit of depth to the game, even if it's not groundbreaking. As you play, you earn skill points to buff up your abilities. It's got this whole RPG progression thing going on, which is pretty neat. You can tailor your character to fit your playstyle. Want to be a slightly faster chaser? Go for it. Prefer to be a beater with a marginally meaner swing? You can do that too, just don't expect any dramatic transformations. Oh, and for all you Potter fanatics out there, you can also play as characters from the books. Want to be the chosen one himself? Boom, you're Harry Potter. More of a Ginny fan? You got it. It's a nice little fan service touch. The game offers 3 primary game modes, each catering to different playstyles and preferences. First up, we have Career Mode. This is where the magic really happens for Harry Potter fans. It's a story-driven experience that you can tackle solo or team up with up to 3 friends in online co-op. You'll be taken away to iconic locations from the series. Imagine playing Quidditch at the Burrow or the Quidditch World Cup Stadium. What's great about this mode is the flexibility. You're not locked into any specific role. You can choose to play as any position you want, whether that's a chaser, beater, keeper, or seeker. Next, we have the multiplayer mode, which is where things get really competitive. This is your classic PvP experience where you can challenge real players. There's a ranking system coming soon, so you can see how you stack up against other aspiring Quidditch champions. The developers are keeping some details under wraps, but it promises to be the go-to mode for those who want to prove their skills on the global stage. Lastly, there's exhibition mode. Simply put, this is the game's training ground. It's a straightforward mode where you can practice your Quidditch skill. Alright, let's talk visuals. Is it gonna blow your mind? Nah, not really. Don't go in expecting Hogwarts Legacy levels of eye candy. The graphics are Fine, they get the job done, but they're not gonna make you feel like you've just downed a bottle of Felix Felicis. It's more functional than fantastical, which is a bit of a bummer for a game set in the wizarding world. The sound though, that's where it's at. The whoosh of brooms zooming by, the thud of bludgers, the roar of the crowd, it all comes together to really pull you into the game. The music's pretty good too, all magical and stuff, but it can get a bit repetitive if you're in for a long session. Now, here's something that really surprised me. In a good way, there are no microtransactions in Quidditch Champions. I know, right? In this day and age, it feels like every multiplayer game is trying to squeeze extra galleons out of your Gringotts vault. But not this one. Everything in the game, all the items, all the currency, you earn it by playing. It means everyone's on a level playing field. Your success depends on your skill and how much time you put in, not how much real-world cash you're willing to drop. It's honestly refreshing. So what's the final word on Harry Potter Quidditch Champions? I've been having a blast with it. It's a great polished game out there, and it nails the spirit of Quidditch in a way that surprised me. If you're a Potter fan, this is an easy recommendation. It's the Quidditch game we've been waiting for since we first read about the sport. For everyone else, it's a bit trickier. If you dig competitive multiplayer games and don't mind putting in some time to get good, you might find a lot to like here. It's got its issues, but when it's good, it's really good. And again, no microtransactions. That's worth at least half a point on its own. Oh, and here's a pro tip for you PlayStation Plus members. You can snag the game for free until September 30th, so there's literally no reason not to give it a shot. Alright, that's it for this review. What do you think? Are you ready to mount up and join the match? Let me know in the comments below, and if you've already played, I want to hear your thoughts. Are you loving it? Hating it? What's your favorite role to play? That's all for now, folks. Until next time, keep your wands at the ready and your brooms polished. Later.